Superintendent Chalmers. Welcome to my humble abode. Come in, come in. I was just about to serve up a mouth-watering dish I like to call lekach.
Seymour, your hallway smells delightful. I must say I've been longing for a taste of that lekach.
Indeed, it's a family recipe passed down through generations. Now, Chalmers, I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you a drink to go with it. How about some freshly squeezed lemonade or perhaps a glass of fine merlot?
Thank you, Seymour. I'll have the lemonade, please.
The classic choice. Well, I must say, I have always been more of a red wine man myself. But your loss is my gain, as it means more for me.
I came here to discuss an important matter.
Oh yes, fire safety is of the utmost importance. I've been working on a new presentation that I think the students will find both engaging and informative.
Seymour, I don't have time for your antics. The safety of our students is at stake, and I expect you to take this matter seriously.
I understand, Chalmers. I'll make sure the presentation is top-notch. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to tend to the lekach before it burns. Well, that was unexpected. I guess the lekach will have to wait. What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a ruined day? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can ruin a day like I just did.
Pause.
I can't believe I let this happen. It's my own fucking fault. I should have been paying more attention. Well, I can't just let this go to waste. I'll have to salvage what I can and come up with a backup plan. I could serve them some cold lekach, or maybe I could whip up a quick batch of pea soup. But what about Chalmers? He'll be furious if he finds out. What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a furious Chalmers? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can pee off Chalmers like I just did. Shit, who could that be now?
Audience gasp.
What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a ruined day? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can ruin a day like I just did.
Pause.
Now what's the difference between chopped beef and pea soup? Anyone can chop beef, but no one can pea soup. Enough of this self-pity. I need to salvage this situation. Look at that patchy phragma outside the window. It could be the perfect substitute for the burnt lekach. I'll need to boil it, maybe add some spices to give it some flavor. What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a furious Chalmers? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can pee off Chalmers like I just did. Shit, who could that be now?
Audience gasp.
Seymour, what's that you're cooking?
Chalmers. I'm making a substitution for the burnt lekach. I found some patchy phragma outside and thought it could make a delicious dish.
Ingenious. I've never heard of using pachyrhragma in a dessert before.
Well, it's not exactly a traditional lekach, but I think it'll do the trick. Oh, Chalmers, I've been meaning to tell you the story of how lekach came to be.
Do tell, Seymour.
It was back in the old country. My great-grandmother, Baba Malka, was a renowned chef. One day, she ran out of honey for her famous honey cake. In her desperation, she substituted it with carob syrup and voila, lekach was born.
That's quite the story, Seymour. I must say, I'm looking forward to trying your Pachefragma dessert.
Well, I'll do my best to make it as delicious as lekach. By the way, Chalmers, have you ever wondered what the difference is between chopped beef and pea soup?
Seymour, I don't think that's relevant right now.
I was just making conversation. I'll be sure to focus on the Pachefragma.
Seymour, I'm serious. I came here to discuss the upcoming fire safety class, not to listen to your jokes.
I'm sorry, Chalmers. I didn't mean to distract you. Let's talk about the fire safety class.
Seymour, I've had enough of your antics. This is serious.
I understand, Chalmers. I'll make sure the presentation is top-notch.
I'll be in my office if you need me.
Well, that didn't go as planned. I guess I'll have to focus on the Pachefragma. I present to you a delicious dish I've prepared myself. It's not lekach, but I assure you it's even better.
Pachefragma, I must say I've always been a fan of this underrated delicacy.
Yes, well, you see, I ran out of ingredients for lekach. But this dish is just as delicious, I promise.
Seymour, I've known you for a long time. I can tell when you're trying to pull a fast one on me.
Did I not lying, Chalmers? I swear it's just a mix-up. What's the difference between chopped beef and pea soup? Anyone can chop beef, but no one can pea soup.
Seymour, I've had enough of your jokes.
This is not the time or the place for your antics.
I'm leaving.
But, Chalmers, I was just trying to make a good impression. What now?
The audience gasp.
Chalmers, I was just heating up some water for,
Seymour, there's smoke coming from the kitchen? It smells like a fire.
Oh, that's just my parrot mimicking the sounds of a fire. It's quite entertaining, isn't it?
In the kitchen, Seymour. How is that possible?
Well, it's a very talented bird. It can mimic a variety of sounds.
Seymour, I've had enough of your lies. I'm leaving.
But, Chalmers, I was just trying to save face.
What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a furious Chalmers? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can pee off Chalmers like you just did, Dr. Slam.
Well, that escalated quickly. I guess I'll have to deal with this on my own.
Seymour, that was a fantastic lekach.
Oh, thank you, Chalmers. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
But I can't shake the feeling that something's not right. I swear I heard smoke coming from your house.
Oh, that was just my parrot mimicking the sounds of a fire. It's quite entertaining, isn't it?
I'm all in. I've had enough of your lies.
But, Chalmers, I was just trying to save face.
What's the difference between a burnt lekach and a furious Chalmers? Anyone can burn a lekach, but no one can pee off Chalmers like you just did, Dr. Slam.
Well, that escalated quickly. I guess I'll have to deal with this on my own.